Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're doing a deep dive into surviving the post-turn workforce.
Mm.
We're looking at the sort of surprising structure that pops up even when, well, everything's collapsed. We're using insights from that source material you shared, Carol Mergel's article, Survivor Psychology, Career Archetypes in the Post-Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission basically is to pull out the key stuff about the different roles, the skills that are suddenly vital, just like before maybe.
Exactly. And the material, it really shows how even in that chaos, these distinct psychological profiles, these necessary career paths, they just emerge. It's not simply random survival. It's more about finding your function, your niche in this new ecosystem. Mergel's framework, it gives us a way to see who's doing what and, crucially, why that matters for the group.
Yeah, and some of these archetypes, they feel almost, well, familiar, even if the context is, fighting walkers. Let's look at a couple that really jumped out from the source. The Horde Climber.
Right, the Horde Climber. What's really fascinating there is their focus, their absolute focus on, moving up. Their objective, the source points this out, is promotion, specifically getting from bait to lookout. It's a proper career ladder, isn't it?
Totally. And this strategy for getting promoted, active networking. Probably schmoozing settlement leaders. The source even lists their resume highlights, stuff like list of walkers dispatched.
Mm-hmm.
You can just picture the achievement post, right? Celebrating not getting bitten, hashtags like hashtag career growth. It's corporate ambition, but, post-apocalypse style.
Uh-huh. And contrast that maybe with the apocalypse influencer. Their whole goal is creating thought leadership.
Right. Like tips for fortifying your outhouse, maybe published on, I don't know, a Slate Slag.
Exactly. It's about building that following and becoming the go-to expert on something critical. Walker migration patterns, maybe, or finding clean water. They're building a personal brand. Hashtags like hashtag survival guru, hashtag thought leadership. It shows information, guidance that still has huge value.
Definitely. Then there's the Barter Baron.
Ah, yes. Their entire world is basically resource acquisition and trade. Lead generation for them means literally sourcing, say, canned peaches.
Partnerships.
Yeah.
That might be, linking up with communities near a water tower.
Uh-huh.
What really struck me in the source was the mention of market disruption, like innovating the dysentery market. I mean, in that context, that's massive. It's not just trading stuff. It's changing the game for health, for survival resources.
And they need that deep supply chain knowledge. Knowing which grocery stores haven't been picked clean yet, it's the economy just collapsed.
Yeah, that's the nuts and bolts.
And all these specific roles, they really point towards the source's bigger picture idea, building your survivor dream team.
Mm-hmm.
Mergel really emphasizes needing that mix, that diverse set of psychological profiles, these archetypes. Each one brings different key traits to the table, like adaptability or strategic silence or just plain resourcefulness.
Right. It's not just about having a team of, say, fighters or only foragers. It's about the mix, the synergy. The main objective is building a robust, effective team composition. Everyone's niche counts.
And speaking of niches, let's loop back to the lore master for a sec. The source describes them with, well, data points. Tracking walker speed, interestingly noted as a de-skilled asset, averaging 3 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe noticing a 15% speed increase during solar flares, their combat role. Purely information gathering.
That phrase, de-skilled asset, for someone gathering potentially vital data, that really makes you think, doesn't it? If Mergel sees the lore master as just information gathering, for now, focusing on things like moan frequency or analyzing influencer posts.
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this raises an important question for you listening. As settlements maybe move past just day-to-day survival and start trying to rebuild something, how might that seemingly passive, that de-skilled knowledge, the data, the patterns, the analysis the lore master gathers, how might that become not just valuable, but maybe the most powerful asset?
Yeah, shifting from immediate survival tactics to long-term strategic planning.
Exactly. It's about building for the future, not just surviving the present.
Absolutely. So thinking about all these different roles, the ambitious horde climber, the data crunching lore master, the influencer, the quiet observer, how could these survival archetypes give you a new way, maybe a surprising way, to look at the roles and skills you see around you in your own life, your work? Which archetype kind of resonates with you? Something to think about.